The honourable member for Richmond Hill South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today not just as a member of Parliament for Richmond Hill South, but as a representative of a riding with one of the highest concentration of first and second generation Canadians, where close to 90% of residents were either immigrants to Canada themselves or their parents were immigrants to Canada. That's not just a statistic, that's the lived experience of my constituents. Families who came to this country with nothing but hope, a Canadian promise, and a work ethic. People who took jobs that kept this country running, in engineering, in nursing homes, in small businesses. People who waited years, followed every rule, got an education, trained and recertified for jobs, studied for their citizenship exams, paid their taxes, paid their dues, and did everything right. In my riding, many new Canadians came here fleeing war, political persecution, or economic hardship. People who sacrificed everything just to give their children a chance at a better life. Many of them came from places like Iran, where dissidents are jailed for speaking freely by a brutal totalitarian regime. Others came from Hong Kong, where democracy and freedom are eroding. Some from China, who came to seek a better life for their children. Still others arrived from post-war Europe with little more than the clothes in their suitcases. These people didn't just arrive here with a passport offered to them. They built the foundations of Canada with their bare hands. They all came here to build a better life, and they made Canada stronger in the process. When they finally swore the oath to become Canadian citizens, it meant something. It was a moment they longed for, a moment they dreamt about, a moment of immense pride, a moment of earned belonging. Now, while the Liberals have spent the last 10 years erasing the very heritage that defines who we are as a country, they are now turning the page and undermining what it means to be a Canadian citizen. So when this Liberal government tabled Bill C-3, a bill that offers automatic Canadian citizenship to people who've never stepped foot in this country, never paid taxes here, never even expressed a desire to live here, never even sang "O Canada" under our proud flag, I couldn't stay silent. Because that bill sends a clear message to my constituents in Richmond Hill South. Your hard work, your patience, your loyalty to this country means less than someone else's paperwork and bloodline. This bill doesn't fix the system that the Liberals broke. It deepens the unfairness. It makes a mockery of the sacrifices made by immigrants who paid their dues. And it's yet another example of a Liberal government that's more concerned with global virtue signaling than actually standing up for the people who built this country. Now let's talk about fairness, because that's what this debate is really about. Across this country, there are millions of immigrants who came to Canada legally. They followed the rules, they waited patiently in line, they built their lives here, working long hours, raising families, paying taxes, volunteering in their communities. And many of them have been here for years, contributing more to Canada than most people ever see, and they still can't get their citizenship finalized. I've personally experienced this as a member of Parliament for Richmond Hill South, because having only been elected for less than 2 months, my constituency office has received hundreds and hundreds of immigration case files already. I've met many new Canadians who are more engaged in their communities than most Liberal politicians. And yet they've stuck in the limbo because of a backlog, bureaucratic red tape, and a system broken by Liberals that treats them like a statistic. And now, the same Liberal government wants to give away Canadian citizenship like it's some kind of souvenir. Bill C-3 would grant citizenship automatically to people born abroad, even if they've never been to Canada, never contributed to our economy, never served under our flag, never celebrated our heritage, and never even intended to live here.